tonight I'm at the Bangna rest area. That's Highway Services basically if you're not in Thailand. They call them the rest area in Thailand. I'm at the Bangna inbound services. You can see the highway Bangna Dad going along there, heading to the city that way, heading towards Chonburi in that direction. And I'm in a PTT. What other station could you be in? But I'm actually at a car meet. You can see all the cars lined up in the PTT. It's Saturday night. It's super late. I won't mention the time because I need to be going to bed soon. Anyway, you look around, there are cars absolutely everywhere. This is what it is all about. This is a good old traditional pop-up, semi-underground car meet in a petrol station, in a PTT. It's actually shut at the moment, luckily. So here we've got a BMW convertible with Kumpal driving it. The car scene is out tonight for sure. The first person I see is one of the legends of building unique, bespoke, one-off wide body kits. And you just look around me here, man. RX-7, 300 ZX, Impreza, Sirocco going past, R33 by the look of it there, and the pumps there, and they're cracking up a little bit. Anyway, this has been organised by Tofuya. So we're going right back to the roots of Tofuya, and just look there. We've got an Impreza, an Evo, an R35 and a Prelude. It is all going on, and yes, that was an R33, GR Yaris, FD, and we've got an Integra Coupe there and another Sirocco as well. Don't usually get two in one meet. Anyway, this is going right back to the roots because this is being organised by Tofuya. And before COVID, they had their filling station all decorated up Japanese anime style. But during COVID, that all went. And in fact, even more on cue. We have a girl here, Japanese style, get a photo taken. And here we've got a mini K-car van as well. And the first EG I've seen, and not the last. And then one of my favorite cars of the year, this absolutely incredible Prelude build, which has got a K24 turbo and it's left-hand drive, right next door to a Conti. And then a first generation Cayenne, and I really like this green. And then we've got a Corolla running past, and that is pure street racing style. For sure, he'll be out there on the highway tonight, street racing it out. And then we've got a Celica, we've got a 350Z in a really strong orange colour. Man, it's all going on here tonight. It's all what cars you'd expect, it's all things you'd expect. It's a pop-up meet by Tofuya, absolutely epic. And then right here, we've got an Itasha car, and this purple ambient lighting under the floor, and his whole engine bay has been done in purple, and you can see he's got all these figures going on everywhere. Absolutely amazing. I love that completely. And then we'll skip past this EK sedan in a really nice kind of green color, because I want to get right down the end here, because my boss's car is here. Kumpal, his crazy Lando Norris edition R32 Bozo gone absolutely mental by Liberty Walk. Lando Norris had the first one, he had the second, and that is the back of a pickup tipped up. We can actually look around and see that is highly modified there as well. The outer chassis is all the same, but it looks like he's customized everything in here. New air suspension on it. That is very neat. Let me just pull in so you can see how beautifully that has been done. And then right next door, we've got an MRS, big wing on the back, blue and red seats there. And actually the red lights contrast really well. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is apologize for the light in here, because the light is absolutely shockingly bad. I'm using iPhone 17 as usual, and there's a classic Skyline looking stunning. And then a beautiful Sylvia here in this maroon color, silver wheels, Evo, and then we've got the Zeds coming along there. And this one here in the Advent colors, all the carbon fiber on it, absolutely stunning. We've actually got a few pop-up booths as well. This one is selling food, and you can see all the people hanging around as well. We've got Tofuya booth here and all the people lining up for their photos. So we're just going to duck past that. And then we get back to this girl who's moved around since I was going, and she's actually with a Tofuya AE86. That's absolutely perfect. Got Speedfest booth over there. So spin past to the petrol station, because that is really the view we need to be at tonight. That is just absolutely amazing. You look at that view there. That is what it is all about. Hanging out on a Saturday night in a filling station, a PTT, right next to the highway. So if you're not in Thailand, we have a ton of these elevated highways with the main road running underneath. So you pay your toll, you go fast up there, you go a bit slower down below. So it is an absolute signature backdrop to have for a car meet. And here we've got a CRZ, and that has got quite a lot of modification going on. He's got a big wing sitting up there. And then we get to a Celica that is absolutely crazy in these supreme colors. That is in your face. You can see everyone is hanging around. And here we've actually got a Mazda 2, and you don't see a lot of modified Mazda 2s, so this is worth a look. And he's got what looks like a composite bonnet with a big air scoop coming in here, and upgraded work wheels, RS wheels, split rim, white and chrome. That is quite unusual and definitely worth stopping at. Then that EG we saw before is heading off. That from a distance is a super clean car, and what a backdrop with the PTT sign there, the PTT roof there, and these ambient red lights on this FD. And here we've got a Hilux that is absolutely static cab. This man has many interesting cars. You've seen a Supra Mark 5 before. This is amazing. That is built to go off-road. The Mazda 2 is rocking out here as well. We'll look at that go, because that is quite unusual to see. And on the back end, he's got a roof spoiler, he's got some aero work and a race pull handle there. So here we've got a really nice Evo 10, and this is very simply done. Big wide body kit on it, carbon bonnet, you can see the race style pins on it as well, splitter on the front in piano black, and he's got skirts, he's got barge boards going on there, carbon aero race mirror, and he's got his monsoon screens all done in carbon, which is quite rare. You can see the carbon aero pieces there, and he's got a big Varis wing sitting on the back there as well. Carbon boot lid, big exhaust bore. That is very, very nice. This generation of Celica is quite rare here. This is TRD kitted. We've got an FD there. Night Kids is very appropriate for tonight. R35 here, Prelude, and an S2000. Actually, a few S2000s around. And then we've got an SW20, and that is really nice and really kind of clean in black. An Impreza WRX there, and then this S2000 is very nicely done. The Crick Garage car, a very famous car, very nicely done car as well, with a big carbon rear wing on it, and you can see a wide body kit. And all the front bonnet is all composite, and all these air exits cut out there as well. Lip spoiler on the front. Very, very nice. EK here, and he's got his Recaros covered up in plastic, so it looks like they're brand new, and he doesn't want to get them mucky at all, and I can understand that completely. And again, we look at this backdrop. I mean, hanging out in a petrol station on a Saturday night is absolutely epic. And then you look at this. This is class on a Saturday night. That is beautiful. The length of that, very small spoiler on the back end. Very, very nice car. We've actually seen two generations of Mark II now. There was a generation after down there, and we got this one here. Very, very clean. And these wheels work super nice. This FD3S from P&C Garage, another nice car. They just build one absolutely amazing car after another, and that looks beautiful running on Desmond wheels. I've never been a fan of the name Desmond, but the wheels are very famous and very sought after. He's got his sunroof open, something that is quite rare in this market. And he's got a composite bonnet with a lot of air exits. And he's actually got a Narca duct cut into his headlight cover. That is very neat. He's got the bonnet pins there. That is a beautiful quality car. Red Recaros inside. And then this 300ZX, I really like this kind of a mix of red and white. It gives it a completely different feel. And actually, I hadn't noticed before, this is left-hand drive and it's manual as well. So that's two pretty distinct things. Here's my friend Nuke, who I was not expecting to see at this meet. Now, unfortunately, I cannot go to Classic Revival this year, but you need to check out this guy's event. You need to check out this Integra as well, because that is absolutely nice. And this as well. 370Z, two yellow cars looking absolutely amazing. Big rear wing on it. Anyway, unfortunately, I cannot go to Classic Revival, but 2026 I'll be back. So now we're having a big group photo and I am right on the end. There's a lot of people here above me. I'm wobbling here as well. You can see the lights going on here. This is Saturday night and the kids are dancing away as well, man. The action is going on. So we kind of briefly saw this R33 before, but we need to have a closer look at it because it is absolutely stunning. It's running on these white work wheels, so it's got this all white look. It's kind of real 90s Miami Vice style, but this body kit is also very, very rare, very unusual. So we just need to home in on that and just check that out. And then here we've got a slightly more conventional R33 with a Nismo kit. It's got all the bumper, all the aero going on, and he's got the split rim Nismo wheels as well and Brembos under there. That is very, very beautiful in kind of the Nismo livery as well. Then we've got Impreza and we've got two MX-5s sitting there, and that is absolutely what it is about. On a Saturday night, you can roll your roof down. There's not many cars in Thailand you can roll the roof down, and that is really beautiful with a red leather interior. And it's all been customized in here, very, very nicely detailed, the Nardi steering wheel. And again, with this one, this is dropped right down. It's slightly wider with these arch extensions. It's got equipped wheels, Wilwood calipers, and you see he's got some things like carbon mirrors as well. And he's got bucket seats in there, and that has all been detail modified, and a ducktail on the back end. We've got another 300 ZX, and then we've got a later Impreza there as well. And over here, we've got EKs, they've got Jazzes, they've got EGs, and they've got an Integra here. You also have a quick look at that while we're here, because that Integra is very nice. It's got a lot of carbon going on in this front splitter, the big dive plates, and the carbon bonnet. And here we've got Sirocco, and that's running on some very unusual wheels, which I don't actually know. And another Sirocco there, and then on the end, we've got a Corolla. These are becoming super popular now. And we've got another one here. And this one has got the bonnet up, so we better walk our way around and have a look. And you can see that is supercharged. So, going to pull back a bit and say, as I often say, you never judge a book by its colour. And here got a TT going past in a gunmetal colour. That's very nice. But I just want to look at this again because that has surprised me a little bit. There's also running on work wheels. He's got AP Racing calipers, and he's got the twin cam 1.6 supercharger down the side and some JDM touches and Recaros inside. In fact, there's a ton going on with this car, and I need to stop and look again. It's got a composite bonnet pins, big air intake there. That is pretty special. I think that is going to surprise people at the lights. You're not expecting to have punch with something like that. And then straight from this Corolla, we've got the same generation here, and that also looks ready to go street racing tonight. That is rough and ready, and that is what it is all about on a Saturday night. And it looks like the Corolla boys are off, or at least they're moving the cars around a little bit. You get a lot of interesting people at Car Meet on a Saturday night, and here is Cunt Oak Club, one of the legends of the nighttime Saturday night scene. We've got all the atmosphere going on. PTT Station, RX-7, Sylvia, 370Z, a compact on BBS, this incredible Prelude, and I really love this giant lit up screen. That adds the whole Tokyo vibe to this event. This is absolutely amazing. 760 turbo, and look at the stance this guy is running. That is unbelievable. It is right down on air. I mean, when do you ever see a 760 down on air? Let's just look at him parking up, because that is just incredible. That kind of makes my night. We saw that amazing supercharged Corolla somewhere over there before, but now I have bumped into the owner here, Ian, and hopefully going to catch up in the future and find out more about that car. It's mostly JDM tonight, but a flying brick adds to the vibe. Got an E30 here and a compact as well, and they're all running down on air. So that's it for my quick look at this car meet. I wasn't planning to make any video. I just came down, support the organizer Fluke, because he's putting a thing together tonight to raise money for the floods in Hat Yai. So just come down, because I don't live very far away, just support that. But then when I saw the location next to the highway in the PTT, just thought, got to throw something together here and show you what a Saturday night in Bangkok is like. And this is going to go on many, many more hours. You can see there's an awful lot of people hanging around here, but I need to be done. I need to be out of here because it is super late already. And this is definitely going to go on until the early hours. So as I always say at this point in my video, you got this far. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, please hit the like button for loads more content like this, and for sure, loads and loads more underground car meets. And we just kind of finish with this ambient lighting, this FD with all that lighting reversing in, that crazy Celica. Now I'm done and I'm out of here.